Tribal Youth Council protests over nearly 2 years of absence of Tribal Affairs Minister in Manipur, demands urgent action for tribal welfare and development. Chief Minister N. Biren stresses the importance of indigenous people understanding their identity and cautions against vested interest groups attempting to disintegrate Manipur. Kuki militants resume violent attacks on Meitei villages in Imphal East after a week-long break. Exchange of fire with security forces continues until late night. An AAP MP Sanjay Singh submits suspension of business notice in Rajya Sabha to discuss 19-month-long ethnic violence in Manipur. Highlights government's failure to address crisis and safety of women. Hello, you're watching IS Primetime English News. I'm Jay Shainal, giving you the news in detail. Expressing discontent over the prolonged absence of the Tribal Affairs and Hills DA and H Minister Letpao Haokip from the state for nearly 2 years, the Tribal Youth Council Manipur DYCM has raised its voice for immediate intervention. The council highlighted that the lack of an active minister has significantly hampered developmental and welfare initiatives for the tribal communities residing in the hill districts of Manipur. In a bid to address the ongoing neglect, the DYCM staged a sit-in protest at Imphal today, articulating their frustrations and emphasizing the urgent need for a dedicated minister to oversee the affairs of the DA and H department. The protest also outlined a 10-point charter of demands aimed at addressing the grievances of the tribal communities in Manipur. Key demands include the timely conduct of ADC elections, filling 2 vacant posts in the council, appointing a member secretary, and regularizing 8 clerical staff of the Manipur State Commission for Scheduled Tribes (MSCST). The council has also called for an increase in MSCST's fund allocation from the current 90 lakh rupees to 10 crore rupees, along with a separate fund had under the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. Other demands include the appointment of a separate director for the Tribal Research Institute, TRI, filling vacant posts and ensuring the continuation of tribal welfare programs under TRI. Protesters raised slogans emphasizing the need for equal development in the hill and valleys and safeguarding constitutional tribal rights. DYCM's General Secretary Robert Gonmei conveyed through the media that the council's primary concern was having an active minister regardless of whether the current minister is replaced, revealing that a memorandum had been submitted to the state government in October, followed by an ultimatum issued on November 25th. The General Secretary warned that DYCM would escalate its agitation if the demands continued to be ignored.
SC Commission TD Makada TD Minister look over to overseas to Adu Mahak Mapalam the Labra, foreign labor, India is take like labor to Hungary, Aduna, Paliba Sarkajana, Minister Shingira, another ministers and Mafamjet, so we have a Padana, Ponso Pina, but he said,
During the launch of the Manipur Indigenous Peoples Cultural Exchange Festival at Chadong in Kamjong District today, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh urged the public to study government records and data on population, geography and demographic imbalances in order to move in the right direction and protect the indigenous population. He emphasized that it was crucial for the indigenous people to understand their identity and recognize the vested interest groups attempting to disintegrate the state. The two-day festival, organized by the Indigenous Peoples Forum Manipur under the aegis of the Tourism Department, carries the theme Manipur United by Diversity. Chief Minister Biren Singh, along with other dignitaries including ministers, MLAs and officials, unveiled the monuments of ages as part of the festival's program. The Chief Minister also visited various stalls set up in connection with the event. The festival kicked off with a welcoming song performed by local village women, followed by a vibrant display of cultural dances and folk songs by various tribes of Manipur. In his address, the Chief Minister expressed concern that the indigenous population seemed to forget that their forefathers had defended the motherland for over 2,000 years. He also highlighted that his government had launched the Go to Hills mission to research the history of the forefathers and locate sites of historical significance, emphasizing the importance of preserving the region's heritage.
TV discussion the platform Thoga Mayam say Hana Madung Landring Sarkar statistics the Hana Sambio population the Hana Sambio electoral rule the Hana Sambio geographical factor Mayam said demographic what is the map the Google's map the Hana Sambio satellite map the Hana Nabio Adu Madunga government report period report is Lalagadi hand away. Adudi sum chatana documents yende, bottom issue yende, geographical demographic imbalance the way you yende, missing hegel, kun missing hegel issue yende, karim the yende dom. Aswai the game matamakudu, swai the mangang, swai the game matamakudu, swai the mangani torvel ibunadi. Never can move more. Indigenous people can move more.
After a week-long lull, Kuki militants resumed their violent activities last night, targeting Meitei-inhabited villages along the foothills in Imphal East. The attack, which occurred under the jurisdiction of the Yaingangpo Police Station, marks the last escalation since December 6. It is reported that the militants, using sophisticated weapons, launched coordinated strikes from nearby hillocks, including Yaingangpokpi Uyokching, Thamnapokpi Uyokching, and Sangaril village, with the primary focus on Meitei villages. The attacks began at approximately 7:30 p.m., prompting a swift response from security forces stationed in the region. An exchange of fire ensued and continued intermittently until around 9 p.m. Despite the intense firefight, there have been no reports of injuries or casualties thus far. The situation remains tense as security forces maintain a heightened presence in the area, aiming to prevent further escalation. Aam Aadmi Party AAP MP Sanjay Singh today submitted a notice for the suspension of business in the Rajya Sabha, seeking a discussion on the ongoing situation in Manipur. In his notice, Singh highlighted the 19 months of ethnic violence in the state, which has led to the destruction of hundreds of homes, the killing of innocent individuals, and the displacement of thousands of families. Sanjay Singh emphasized that the violence which began in May 2023 revealed the failure of law and order in the state and the government's negligence regarding the safety of women. He noted that women and children have suffered the most during the crisis. He also referred to the brutal incident in Jiribam district on November 7, 2024, where a woman was tortured and killed, describing it as a stark reflection of the worsening situation in Manipur. Sanjay Singh pointed out that despite the Supreme Court's order for the state government to submit a report on the properties damaged by the violence and its rehabilitation plans, no concrete action has been taken thus far. Three women from Manipur, including Imagi Meira convener Sujata Thokchom, have reportedly been placed under house detention by Delhi authorities without being given a clear explanation. Along with Sujata, Warepam, Premabati and Ngangom Mamta were also confined to a rented room in Mansaram Park, Uttamnagar, since 12:10 p.m. yesterday. The three women had intended to participate in a protest at Jantar Mantar on Nupilal Day, but their plans were disrupted by the detention. Sujata Thokchom had recently been detained by Manipur police while attempting to meet with the governor in Imphal, accompanied by the wife of Kamal Babu, a missing individual last seen at an army camp. There has been speculation that the group may have been planning an unconventional form of protest. In response to the house arrest, convener of the women wing of Delhi Meet Coordinating Committee, Narmada Kumantem, in a video release condemned the authorities' actions. She emphasized that Sujata, who planned to return to Manipur the following day, would not leave Delhi until the reason for her detention was made clear. She further characterized the move as a violation of human rights and warned of potential agitations in collaboration with other like-minded groups.
Mangonda siri maral si mina mana hekta hijalaga kana nongna hekta hijalaga mase manungi ni yaurabani kana no se aduna mana thadok matamda maram amata haidan thadok pasu yaroi aduga masige achumba langal ji khangri bawa koi manung huna thijalaga akoi dili DMCC na achumba gi damakta koi lekhani aduga dili le biriba miyam singsu ina appeal tausari masida saruk yabiu.
The government has announced an extension of the curfew relaxation period in the Valley districts for an additional 2 hours starting tomorrow. Previously, the curfew was relaxed from 5 a.m. to 4 p.m. However, the new order issued by the concerned district magistrate will allow the relaxation from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. As per the directives, the relaxation does not apply to large gatherings or protests, which remain prohibited under the law. Essential services, government officials, and flight passengers will continue to be exempt from the curfew, as has been the case in previous relaxations. The extension is aimed at providing residents with additional time for essential activities while maintaining public order and safety in the region. A bomb blast occurred last night at the residence of Laishram Badal Kumar Singh, the former director of Local Fund Audit located at Tok Khongnang Makong in Imphal East. The explosion took place around 7 p.m. when two unidentified individuals on a mop hurled the bomb before fleeing the scene. While there were no reports of casualties, the blast caused damage to properties in the residence courtyard. The motive behind the attack remains unclear, with no group or individual claiming responsibility for the bombing. A case has been registered at Porongpat police station and authorities have launched an investigation to determine the circumstances surrounding the incident. A rock slide occurred last night at Nungdolan, Nongchup Karam Palen, disrupting vehicular movement along National Highway 37, the Imphal-Jiribam road. The blockage halted traffic for several hours, causing significant inconvenience to travelers. However, the road construction company, Ganpati Company, promptly responded to the situation and worked through the night to clear the debris. By 9:30 a.m. this morning, the road was reopened, allowing normal traffic flow to resume. Both empty and loaded trucks were able to pass through the affected area, escorted by security convoys to ensure safety. A convention held in Mangalpur, Sonai, as part of the Nupi Lal Day observance passed resolution to urge the Assam government to extend support in the search for Kamal Babu, a Meitei man from Assam who went missing from inside the army base in Laimakong. The resolution called for immediate government intervention to locate him and bring clarity to the ongoing search. The event, organized by the All Assam Manipuri Women Maira Paibi Coordination Committee and hosted by the Mangalpur village, also saw the hoisting of the committee's flag by its president, Konjengbam Ongbi Aruna Devi. Following this, floral tributes were paid to the late leaders who contributed to the region's history. Additionally, the convention resolved to launch a movement for the establishment of a Manipuri Autonomous Council, urging the Assam government to address this demand before the upcoming Assam Assembly elections. N.D. Hodamba of Janata College spoke as a resource person, emphasizing the crucial roles of Maira Paibi in contemporary society. President Konjengbam Ongbi Aruna Devi stressed the importance of preserving and carrying forward the spirit of the late foremothers, urging the current generation of women to uphold their legacy.
Sina lan chona namba dagi Manipur kal hobani Manipur ki ipa ipan kal hobani asumai dauna adu mo akhoi na lacharaga moi ki thongna lingen je akhoi da happy raga akhoi sungasi Maira Paibi haina thongna lingen laina chachari basini aduna akhoi ki ima iben khubi nambi se matam punamakta kauthokpi numai khubi nambi imana Maira Paibi hogokki bani Halati ima sindudi ain khangba khangdabra aigi jati gandaba jade aigi leipa gandaba jade aigi icha gandaba jade iwa gandaba jade na chongtho imya ba tem bai na chongtho imya khulai chu leiram bana te ba pisa tem do matam du da pai ra ga chongtho ga angres ka lan chongnari mi hai ba.
During the Nupi Lal Day observance at Kamranga in Kasar, the All Assam Manipuri Maira Paibi Apunbalub Ampal passed a resolution urging the central government to take decisive action to end the ongoing violence in Manipur and to implement the complete sealing of the Indo-Myanmar border. The resolution highlighted the pressing need for peace and security in the region. The event was graced by the president of Ampal, Benny Mishra, who attended as the chief guest. He also had the honor of hoisting the organization's flag to mark the occasion. In addition, affiliation certificates were distributed to 31 units of Maira Paibi, further strengthening the organization's presence and reach. The event saw participation from notable figures including Oinam Maniton, Paunam Arun, Laurembam Dhirendra, Seram Herajit, Tampak Mayum Salahuddin, Pravabati Sharma, Benubal Singha, Sarangthem Pradip, and Laurembam Surendra, among others, who contributed to the discussions and resolutions of the gathering. Now it's time for a short commercial break. Keep watching IS News.
Admission open. Honeycomb Foundation School Mongsangi Bore Makongi English Ngani Kunmanga Kuntaruki Oina academic session day care the class 3 Fabi Oina admission to Hosere. School as qualified among the train or Boza Sina Angang Singa Tungia Sa Uhanduna Takpitambiri. Pizari Bakudong Saba Singa Dudi, Mama Pasa Panaba Angang Anina Tragamas Degi Helabadi Anishuba Angangi Oina Sada Contra discount Pizari Aduga, Ahumusuba Angangi Oina free admission Pizari. Luina Relief Cam Natragai Irana Sokalabam from Singidamakadi, free admission Pizari. Van service, Jahigasana Rabasanaport. Tina sentence has a classroom sing Luina CCTV camera, January Kun English and Kun Manga Fawi Manung the admission to Rabadi, Sada Yankai discount pizzery, Akak never sit Karakatani, Kudong Saba Silobi Ho, Nasi Nasima office the Lapuna Tanabio, office hour 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Welcome back. You're watching IS Primetime English News. As the Christmas season approaches, BD Varing, who had been served as both MP and MLA, has appealed to the state government to consider releasing the salaries, allowances and monthly pensions of its employees ahead of the scheduled date to support their preparations for the upcoming festive season. In his statement, Varing highlighted that, similar to the advance release of payments during the Ningol Chakoba Festival in October 2024, an early release of funds for Christmas would help employees make necessary arrangements for the holiday, which is an important occasion for the Christians community. Varing expressed that early disbursement of salaries would bring joy and relief to the state's workforce, contributing positively to the overall festive spirit. He emphasized that such a gesture would reflect the government's commitment to the welfare of its employees. In addition to this, Varing called upon the Consumer Affairs Department to closely monitor and control the price hikes of essential commodities during the Christmas season. He noted that past years have seen a significant increase in prices of food items, gifts, decorations, and other essential goods, creating undue hardship for common people, particularly those from low-income backgrounds. Varing stressed that these price hikes should be addressed to ensure a stress-free holiday for all residents. ICAR Krishi Vigyan Kendra KVK Chandal organized a one-day ginger festival today at its campus, celebrating the One District, One Product initiative as part of the Krishi Swarna Samriddhi Week. The event was attended by SDC Chandal, Promilata Mongsang Wanglar, District Officer of Horticulture and Soil Conservation Chandal K. Sandeep Singh, and Dr. Khumlo Lavish, head in charge of ICAR KVK Chandal, alongside local farmers and community members. During the festival, stalls were set up by various farmers' societies, self-help groups, and local farmers from Chandal Block and Chakpikarong Block. Winter seeds were distributed, and the importance of ginger cultivation was emphasized. The festival celebrated the efforts of over 150 farmers from Chakpikarong Block and 120 farmers from Chandal Block who are actively involved in ginger cultivation. Dr. Khumlo Levis highlighted that ginger, a key crop in Chandal, has gained recognition under the One District, One Product initiative.
Ginger asi Chandel district ki di One District One Product ni aduna akoi Chandel KVK ki makhada Krishi Swarna Samriddhi ki week ki pangthokpa ga loinana akoi festival asi pangthok chabani.
The District Horticulture and Soil Conservation Department in Chandal organized a seed distribution event today under the Chief Minister's initiative for the livelihood revival of unemployed youth farmers and the MIDH first installment scheme. Winter seeds and saplings including cabbage, cauliflower, potato, tomato, coriander, and green peas were distributed to farmers in the district. The event held at the District Horticulture Office in Chandel DEC complex was attended by several key officials, including Additional Deputy Commissioner MD Firoj Khan, SDO Chakpi Karong, MD Tajuddin, SDO Kengjoy Gayasuddin, and Chandel District Horticulture Officer KH Sandeep. The initiative aims to support local farmers and boost agricultural productivity in the region. The annual feature film Kai Khol was released on Friday at Chamdil Town Hall, Panchai in Chandel district by Chandel MLS SS Olis. The film title, which literally translates as My Family, tells the story of a flawed but loving father portrayed by H.B. Rongtung. After his addiction and reckless decisions cause his family to fall apart, including his daughter's elopement, wife's departure, and son's disappearance. He returns home after serving a 5-year prison sentence determined to rebuild his family. Directed by Sung Pearson, film explores themes of redemption, forgiveness, personal growth, and family dynamics. The film also stars Ring Niam and Wong Morman. In her speech, MLA SS Olis emphasized the role of films in societal progress and encouraged supporting all activities that contribute to societal development. The film was produced by Kanku Film and Entertainment Society, Chandel. The 39th Annual General Assembly of the Rongmei Baptist Churches Council RBCC took place today at Longmai Part 4 Baptist Church in None District. The event saw the participation of over 172 delegates representing 142 churches from both Manipur and Assam. The assembly was attended by key officials including the General Secretary of RBCC, Dr. Rathaipo Riamai, and the President of RBCC. Delegates from various departments such as Men's, Women's, Youth Mission, Education, Literature and Development were also present alongside pastors, assistant pastors, associate pastors, deacons, and other church officials. The gathering focused on discussions concerning the growth, development, and spiritual welfare of the Rongmei Baptist churches across the region. In commemoration of Universal Health Coverage Day, the Assam Rifles reaffirmed its commitment to the welfare of Manipur's residents through a series of healthcare and community awareness programs. These initiatives conducted in Chandel and Churachandpur districts aim to address healthcare gaps in remote and conflict-affected areas. Yesterday, a medical camp was held at Bihyang village in Churachandpur, where 532 villagers received care. The camp part of Operation Sadbhavna included specialized eye exams, dental consultations, and a session on government healthcare schemes. Meanwhile, a similar camp in Hengshi village, Chandel, served 112 villagers with medical consultations and health awareness. Additionally, an awareness session on mental health and drug abuse was conducted in Kachinbung village, focusing on early recognition and intervention. In another effort to support education in Manipur, Assam Rifles distributed school uniforms and sweets to 17 children of the IMA Foundation in Imphal West District on December 12, 2024. The event, held at the foundation in Kaital Manbi, was attended by Assam Rifles personnel, staff and children of the orphanage, which provides shelter and education to children aged 6 to 14. The new uniforms, symbolizing opportunity and renewal, were enthusiastically received by the children. This initiative highlights Assam Rifles' commitment to fostering education and stability in conflict-affected areas. The staff of IMA Foundation expressed gratitude for the continued support in exchange the welfare of the community. "18-year-old Grandmaster DEC created history by becoming the youngest chess world champion in history after beating Ding Liren in the 14th round of the World Championship clash in Singapore yesterday. On becoming the youngest player ever to claim the prestigious title, Chief Minister N. Biren, in a statement on X, congratulated DEC for his remarkable achievement of winning the FIDE World Chess Championship 2024. The Chief Minister praised DEC's victory, highlighting how it has brought Indian chess to the global stage. He expressed that the achievement serves as a source of inspiration for young aspiring chess players across the country. Chief Minister Biren also extended his best wishes to DEC, looking forward to more milestones in his future career. Before we end the headlines once again. Tribal Youth Council protests over nearly 2 years of absence of Tribal Affairs Minister in Manipur, demands urgent action for tribal welfare and development. Chief Minister N. Biren stresses the importance of indigenous people understanding their identity and cautions against vested interest groups attempting to disintegrate Manipur. Kuki militants resume violent attacks on Meitei villages in Imphal East after week-long break. Exchange of fire with security forces continues until late night. NAAP MP Sanjay Singh submits suspension of business notice in Rajya Sabha to discuss 19-month-long ethnic violence in Manipur. Highlights government's failure to address crisis and safety of women. That's all we have in this bulletin. Next we have IS Primetime Manipuri News at 9 p.m. Till then, good night.